There we go. There's the music. All right. So, what are we going to do today? Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's get this camera over there. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Chair's a little low today. Adjust the desk a bit. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So, last night I made a couple changes to a mimeograph router, actually. Let's go look at that. This mostly looks the same. There's a couple of differences in that when a request matches, it is passed in by value. It's um, owned now. It's not passed in by reference. What else? The same thing with request here. When you do the route, it's passed in directly. Ooh, fancy little curvy lines there. If you're quick enough, you probably would have seen these elements here. Here's some helpers. This really doesn't have much in it. It's const route, segment, and router core. But these are all intended to be hidden. I really didn't touch up the documentation on this at all. Some of these should not be public. They should be hidden from the documentation. So while we're warming up, let's hide some of these. It's really only bits that should be available are the macros through here. These, this one, all these should be hidden. Now, how do we hide something from documentation? Let's try this. Oh, that's better. Let's do that. And then let's also go into router cogen. No, I'm not going to touch that yet. Hey, good morning, Xenocron. Good morning. How you doing? There we go. You're watching a horror film in the form of source code. I'm doing all right. Worked on the router last night. Got it working. Not with the async bits though. I think I'll figure out a different way to do the async stuff. but it also became a little faster. So I was able to optimize it. It didn't really get smaller, just faster. I was trying for smaller. That didn't really work. Let's send off some requests. Page not found. Admins. Let's hop into Cloudflare. I mean, the median CPU time is at zero 0.5 milliseconds now. Which is just great. It had been, you know, about hanging out about one millisecond. So that's all good. I have not checked on Starlink this morning. Oh, we're down to beta downtime, only 2 minutes. That's good. Just little blips. Latency, it's loading. It's fine. Sub requests 3. I think these are the ones that are going off to the durable object. All right, so that's done. That's good. Actually, I'm going to close a bunch of these. I was also playing around with some of these flags, like with the nightly compiler, to see if any of this could improve the size. If it could share the generics. I know that Bevy uses this in order to reduce the compile time. The compile time. Yeah. Hmm. Just checking where we're starting off from. Kind of want a clean base today. Yeah, here's all some of the changes. The request is actually passed in. It's not borrowed anymore. Some templates. Yep. This one, no. I think these lines here Oh, can I not stage just that line? Well, that's too bad. We can leave that out though. Okay. All right. Gonna mix it up today. How about the higher ones are just a cold start? Like I had to fetch that and you had a little bit more setup time. Or I wonder if they even include that. It's a V8, like optimizing it. All right, let's toss this over there. So our docs. Okay. Oops. I did do it. I left one suspended. Is it this one? Huh. You know what I forgot? To set today. Let's see, what are we doing? Today we're going to be updating mimeograph. Probably doing a little bit of work with um, just getting the whole the loop running, right? Where we can save some data to durable store to KV, have something that represents that. So we can manage KV here. So we can do some stuff by hand. Does a key, I believe. Actually, what are their constraints on keys? All right, key value. What is this? Oh, I see. That's just because they have it in brackets. Dash dash binding. Oh, ligatures. Silly ligatures. Expiration. All right. Our flags. Mm, not too much in there. A value for the key. Key to write value too. What if I wanted to include something? Yeah. What if I wanted to write something to it in binary? How would I do that? Do they even support binary? Cloudflare. Oh, a randomness beacon. What in the world? Okay, I have to click that. What is this? Huh. It just provides randomness. Distributed random, huh? That's cute. All right. Meetup groups. I'm not near any of those places. All right. Oh, there's workers. Platform. KV. To create a new key value pair, or to update the value for a particular key, you can call the put method on any namespace you've bound to your script. The basic form is of this method looks like this. With string, oh, sorry, with a key being a string. Okay, so we do have a constraint on the key. The value, though, can be a string, a readable stream, or an array buffer. The maximum size of the value is 25 megs. You can also write key value pairs from the command line with Wrangler. Can we do that with binary stuff? Because what I'm thinking is that we would use something not JSON for the serialization. We could use JSON for getting it up and running, then switch. Expiring keys, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Types. Oh, interesting. For convenience, a JSON type is also specified. For large values, you can request a readable stream. Interesting that this will convert the JSON value into an object before returning it to you on the get, huh? Interesting. For large values, the choice of type can have a noticeable effect on latency and CPU usage. For reference, the type can be ordered from fastest to slowest as stream, array buffer, text, and JSON. Interesting. I would love to be able to do everything as a stream. I just don't know if it's going to be possible. Because let's say we had a page, like the data for a page, serialized as CBOR. Would then have to pipe this through something, whatever the page definition is, pipe it through some sort of transformer, which would then convert it to the templates, right? Take its data, the information encoded, plus some templates that are in the WASM, change them into HTML. So that might work. T's interesting. Pipe to, pipe through. And of course, this is on MDN. What's pipe through give us? Let's see. Transform stream and options. Here, let's go back to the stream docs over here. Because here we have the readable stream. We have pipe 2. See, theirs is missing that. Yes, yes it is. Oh, that's too bad. Transform stream isn't quite what we want, but it would work. Because a readable stream would get the reader, and then as data was available, we would transform it, tossing it onto the transform stream, which would then have the other end going out to the world. And that would work instead of buffering this whole giant thing. I know I say giant, but it could be like a meg. All right. So we create this transform stream, which we're already doing. We fetch a readable stream from the KV. Now, when we save, if we do a put, what is a readable stream in this case? It can be just bytes, can't it? Right. We would create one of these using a transform stream, which has a readable stream. And we would basically use this writable stream. So let's do that. All right, here's our home function. You see, the first thing we do is we create this transform stream. Then in this here, we end up using the, what was it, a horror show, the template engine. And the template engine, actually, how's the audio today? Is it a little low? Testing, 1, 2, testing, testing. It just seems a little low today. Or maybe I'm just far from it. Oh, you know what? My mic is turned. I'm speaking to the side of it. There we go. The the levels in OBS were, I don't know, quite a bit lower. Okay. So here's some kind of to-dos. So the first thing we'll do for a page is look up to see if it exists in the KV store. And then inside of the KV store, we will just have some sort of binary representation of what the page should be. Cool. Still waking up. All right. Now, in this case, with our... Wait, you can await JS futures? That's cool as heck. Yes, with enough magic, everything's possible. Absolutely. Yes. So, all of the Cloudflare's APIs are in JavaScript, and they are defined over here. This file itself might eventually become its own kind of crate, if you will. Just all of the little bindgen bits. Request. Because there's just a lot of stuff in here. And somebody else might find it useful, especially if they're doing stuff like me. All right, but yeah, some of these do return promises. And in this case, yes, we write and wait for that promise before this is resolved. Okay. Let's do something really simple with the KV store. Let's get this text here. I just want to wire up the KV store. All right. So let's pass in. Oh, you know what? This one here. This is a page. And where is that? That would be, let's see, production. I think here. Uh-oh. Okay. There's our this is a page. This is using horror show templates. Interesting. But it's our template. If we look at the timing, should be fast enough. Yeah. It's pretty good. 40 milliseconds. Oh my goodness, 40? That's really fast. I mean, considering that mine is like 30, 35. Okay. So let's just get this value. How do we do that? KV store, here we come. Oh, you and your ivory tower. All right, where's KV store? Learning. Runtime APIs. KV. I think we have to register it. Yes. Expiring keys, yada yada. So this syntax is wrong for us. We actually have to use the other syntax, which passes in the event or the environment. I believe. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it is here. We have the env request. It's the request and the environment kind of bundled together. All right, how do we set this up? Listing keys, blah, blah, blah. I think it's in learning how KV works. Oh, that's not helpful. Instructions. I think we have to register. Oh, here we go. Getting started. To use KV, to use workers KV with your worker, first thing you must do is create a KV namespace. This is done with a KV namespace subcommand. The KV namespace subcommand takes as a new binding name as an argument. Takes a? This is extra, isn't it? I'm not crazy. It will create a worker KV namespace whose title is a concatenation of your worker's name. I see. So we'll have to do this for each one of these. I think we have to do this with regard to the environment too. You can also specify which namespace to put into your key value pair instead of binding. That's cute. They have a little command for adding those to your wrangler.toml file. Yes, they can be in environments. Great. Okay. Why do you have to tell it key and value? Oh, this is just putting, getting and putting. Okay, of course. Okay, so let's do this. Secret names. Interact with your secrets. Ooh, secrets. Tell us all your secrets. All right. Wrangler KV namespace create. You know what? Let's open another terminal. Create. env development. Okay. And now the binding. Let's call this, what do we want to call this? Pages? Because we're going to have different values, right? Eventually we'll have some sort of forum set up. We can have that go into forum. This one can go into pages. I think that's it. Under env development, add this. Will do. Wonder if we should mix that up. Hmm. Development. Openment. It's strange that this is in a separate section there. Could move that down there. Say dot triple objects dot like so. That's pretty. Okay. Nope, you got me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we have this here. So we await this namespace. Wait, where's this? Where's the documentation on that piece there? Expired case. Yeah, this is all after you get that. Yep, this is. That's different, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so this is the KV. So we could just say this is KV. Then we create a name a binding for KV. There's put. Where's get? Get. It returns a promise that you can wait. Okay. Let's create a KV. Let's grab some of the boilerplate. KV. Function get. Actually, see, durable objects give you this stub, and KV doesn't do that. It just gives you a promise, like so. Hmm. Takes the KV and the key. This is a string. Devocious, good morning. Day's going all right. It's going to be a JS promise. It's just going to be a method. Nothing funny about that. Good. You can have a couple of these. Put string. In the documentation, you'll see that put can take 4 different types. Listing. Did I skip it? Let's get reading key value pairs. Oh, here you. So yeah, 3 different types: string, stream, and buffer. Oh, actually, that that's actually a little wrong. That today's we're working on getting some interaction going with mimeograph today. Well, let me update that real quick. All right, something quick there. Stream. Now this here should be a readable stream. Oh, no, no, no. That's the put. Puts are always strings. In this case, the value. And what did they call that? Yeah, I'm not quite working on legacy at the moment. I'm working on a project for my neighbors. Just funny because I could have just created the website and been done. But no, I had to do it my way. Array buffer. And we're going to want that because I think by default the get gives you the slow version. Yes. So yeah, the default is this here. That's right. Why spend 5 minutes making a website when you can spend 5 months making something that makes them for you? Or 5 years? How long is it going to take? I don't know. I have not bought into the whole crypto thing. Okay, so let's change ours to be get options. Go create that. We have a couple of properties. I think just one property type. Ooh, yes, name. It's type. We're gonna call it kind, and this will be text. I would rather it be like some kind of enumeration that had display or something else on it. Yeah, this here is Anacron. Can't upgrade my GPU. It's also one of the reasons why I'm just not buying CPU like computer hardware at the moment, because one of the components would be missing, so I'm not getting any of it. Oh, that's right. How do we do this? JS string? It's not gonna work. Um, I mean that's yeah. It's not copy, which we needed for this. Yeah, I saw that. Who was it? It wasn't AMD. It was Nvidia. It's also trying to cripple mining for some of their cards. I think it's a great idea for them. right? Because their long-term market are people that actually are hardware enthusiasts, not miners. Yeah, it looks like we wouldn't be able to do this, unfortunately. Huh. How do we create this object so that we can send it to JavaScript? You're sticking to the Raspberry Pi? Miner specific cards just create e-waste. See, there's a string element. It's not what I wanted though. I wanted to have, where'd it go? Something that we're exporting to JavaScript. I guess this could be, we could maybe export this as a getter. Can we do that here? I know. We would have to import that, right? Can't do that there. WASM bind Let's have not public, just kind string like so. Then we can implement. WASM bind. This will be a getter method JS name type. It's getting in the way. Is that what we have to do for this? Clone. This could be stir like so. But then, is Lifetime going to work on this? Can I return a borrowed ref with? Okay. Okay. It already is zoned. We want to clone that. Better to invest in gold than crypto. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. The volatility is so high. I mean, You're just gonna have like one country say no crypto, and then things go a little wonky. Or you get to the point where you can do clever kind of mining attacks. All right. That looks like it might work. I have no idea if this is gonna work though. It might work. But if we're doing this, we can go a little further. Let's have pub enum get kind. And here we'll have the four types. What is it? Text, JSON, array buffer, and stream. Match arms, thank you. Now in this case, each one of these going to be returning. We can't do. It's got to be like a string from. What can we do? Can we create a new JS string from? Oh, lovely. JSON, array buffer, and stream. Uh-oh. Good morning. And this morning we are listening to the blues section on Pretzel Rocks. We can mix it up if you want. Just let me know. But it's called macOS. No. I was just being a little bit more specific. All right. Those are never constructed, and that's fine. They will be. Actually, maybe not for us, but that's okay. Now let's come back over here. In okay, where's home? Here's home. We should have our requester, our env request. Let's break that apart. Okay, there's our env request. We're not using either of those at the moment. But off of env, we will look up the value. And at this point, we could, I don't know, how do we know if the value exists or not? Get home. Or we would get request.url. Something like that. This would return the async bits that we want. Where's everyone from? You're from India. I am from the States. So I live in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, yes. This is going to be a little weird, isn't it? Kind. This is going to be get kind, colon, text. Okay. Field kind of struct is private. Okay. What if I want to do this a little different? Let's simple from get kind for kv get options. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. A little less text. Got into on that. Oh, so much better. Okay. It's our page text that we have to wait on. Now, we don't know at this point what the response type is going to be. Eventually, it'd be nice if we could use readable streams. Right? Because if we could use readable streams, right, the stream here, then we would. Actually, what does it return if nothing exists? If the key is not found, the promise will resolve with a literal value null. I see. So we get the first little bit, and if it's a readable stream, that's fine. If it's null, then that's an issue. We should be able to get the reader out of this and do some stuff with it. All right. So coming back to the code. Um, so we have to wait for that in here. And outside of this, we're already returning the okay response. I don't really want to do that though. What I'd rather do is actually return a future. I can determine a bunch of this, right? So, you know what? Let's do that next. What I'm thinking there. Okay, we're going to get the page text here. Let's await that. So we have to do a JS future from on that and then await it. All right, now we have a JS value here. How do we convert that into some other value? Anybody remember? Hold on. I have to. Is that in the emoji counter where we figured that out? I don't remember where we figured that out. It doesn't look like it's in here. We don't have very many EMV requests. No, this is just the implementation of request. I think it's not in utils. No, it must be in lib. All right, I'm gonna scroll the page. No, no, no. This is home. This is where we were. Here's login, which could just go away right now. Admin users. I think it had to do with emoji getting the value back. Oh, here. We await it. We expect. Oh, because it's a result, right? Then we have a JS value. We do a dynamic into, and that converts it into the type that we're interested in. Okay, let's go back up to home. It's my little example. I don't know about these expects, etc.